How it began. I was 21 the summer I joined the cult. Of course, no one called it that. At the time, it was the community, a spiritual retreat in the hills of Northern California. A friend from college, Jenna, had invited me. She said it was life-changing, that it gave her clarity, that I had to experience it for myself. I was lost back then. My mother had just died, my grades were tanking, my relationships were shallow at best. I spent most nights drinking or staring blankly at the ceiling, wondering what the point of any of it was. So when Jenna said the community offered healing, I listened. When she said they help people shed their past selves and be reborn, I believed her. And when she offered to cover my bus ticket, I packed a bag and went. Arrival. The community lived on a sprawling property tucked away behind miles of dirt road. Rolling hills, dense forest, a river glinting in the sun. It was beautiful. People greeted me with hugs the moment I arrived. Strangers who called me brother, who pressed food into my hands, who smiled like I had just returned home from a long journey. After months of loneliness, it was intoxicating. The leader, they said, was named Marcus. I didn't meet him right away. They said he liked to let newcomers breathe before bringing them into his presence. It sounded mystical, like he was some prophet too busy communing with the universe to bother with small talk. But everyone spoke of him in reverent tones. Marcus helped me find my purpose. Marcus freed me from pain. Marcus is love. By the end of the first week, I was curious. By the end of the second, I was desperate to meet him. The teachings. Life at the community followed a rhythm. Sunrise meditations by the river. Communal meals. Hours of labor in the fields. Evening circles where we confessed our fears, our sins, our doubts. It felt cleansing at first. I spoke about my mother's death, about the guilt I carried for not being there in her final days, about the way grief had hollowed me out. People wept with me. They touched my hands. They said I was safe now. In the circles, we were encouraged to let go of our false identities. To surrender our egos. To cut ties with toxic influences from the outside world. Phones were discouraged, distractions from true connection. Letters to family were filtered to protect us from negative energies. It didn't feel sinister at the time. It felt freeing. Like maybe I was finally unclenching the fist I'd been holding inside my chest for years. Meeting Marcus. I met him on my third week. He was tall, with piercing blue eyes and a calm, deliberate way of speaking that made you lean in, desperate to catch every word. He didn't ask about me. He told me about me. You carry shame, he said, looking straight through me. You think you failed your mother. But she forgives you. The universe forgives you. And here, we will help you forgive yourself. I cried in his arms. And when he whispered, "You belong here, brother," I believed him. The shift. It didn't turn dark overnight. That's the thing about cults, they don't drag you into the abyss. They walk you down step by step, so slowly you don't realize how far you've gone until you can't see the light anymore. Rules became stricter. We weren't just discouraged from contacting family, we were forbidden. Anyone who tried was publicly shamed in the circle. Meals grew smaller. Marcus said fasting brought us closer to the divine. Some nights we went to bed with our stomachs growling, whispering mantras to drown out the hunger. Punishments appeared. A woman named Leah was accused of clinging to ego because she wanted to call her daughter. They made her kneel in the dirt for hours while we all watched. Marcus told us pain was purification. And the whole time, we smiled. We told ourselves it was love. The breaking point. My breaking point came in August. A boy named Daniel, 16, maybe 17, tried to run. He'd been brought by his parents, who were longtime members. I'd noticed him growing quieter, thinner, shadows under his eyes. One night, he slipped into the woods. He didn't make it far. Marcus's enforcers, two broad men everyone called guardians, dragged him back, kicking and screaming. They threw him into the circle, dirt smeared across his face, blood on his lip. Marcus stood over him. Calm. Smiling. "You're not ready to be free," he said. "So we will free you from yourself." They beat him. In front of all of us. We were made to watch. To chant. To thank Marcus for breaking Daniel's chains. I chanted too. My voice cracked, but I chanted. Because if I didn't, I knew I'd be next. That night, I couldn't sleep. I lay awake, listening to Daniel's muffled sobs echo through the walls. And for the first time, I thought, I have to get out. Escape. Leaving wasn't simple. There were guards at the entrance. People watched each other constantly, reporting doubts to Marcus like it was a badge of honor. I played the part. I smiled. I chanted louder. I told Marcus I was grateful. But I planned. At dawn one morning, while everyone gathered for meditation, I slipped away. Heart pounding, breath shallow, every twig snapping under my feet felt like a gunshot. I ran until my lungs burned, until the forest thinned and a road appeared. A passing truck stopped when they saw me, disheveled, trembling, eyes wild. The driver asked no questions. Just unlocked the door and let me in. Aftermath. It's been 6 years since that summer. I never saw Jenna again. I don't know if she's still there, or if she made it out, or if she even wanted to. Sometimes I Google the community, but nothing comes up. No arrests. No headlines. It's like they vanished into the hills, waiting for the next lost soul to wander in. I don't talk about it. Not to friends. Not to therapists. Not even to myself most days. But at night, when it's quiet, I still hear the chanting. I still see Daniel's face, bloodied and broken. And I wonder if Marcus was right, if part of me never really left. Why I'm writing this? I don't know if this counts as a confession, or a warning, or just another way of bleeding out the poison that's been sitting inside me for years. But I need someone to know. Because the scariest part isn't what happened there. The scariest part is that, for a while, it felt like home. And sometimes, when I close my eyes, a small, traitorous part of me wishes I could go back.